Dear children, welcome to Gita School online classes. Previous video we learned that how China become an independent communist country. There we learned that China was ruled by CCP party and the Kuomintang party go back to Taiwan. In China, CCP party made their communist rule. First, they supported the multi-party system, but later it has changed into single party system. The leader of the party was called as chairman. He became the ruler of China. This was we learned previous video. Today we are going to another part, that is Vietnam. So in this chapter we are learning the colonies, how the colonies struggled against their mother countries and got freedom. So next topic that only Vietnam. You know, Vietnam was the colony of French. Like India, in 19th century, mid 19th century, Vietnam came under the rule of French. India was ruled by Britain. How it was happened, how Britain was ruled India, same way in Vietnam also happened. French people tried to develop Vietnam as an exporter of rice. So they introduced a threefold strategy in Vietnam. So don't forget, the French government introduced a threefold strategy in Vietnam to make the Vietnam as an rice exporter. What was called the threefold strategy? In this we can see three factors. First was improving the irrigation network. In that threefold strategy, first one was improving the irrigation network. Secondly, encouraging landlords. We know that in Vietnam also we can see landlordism. So the French government began to encourage landlords. Third factor, encouraging the marketing of agriculture produce like rice and rubber. That means encouraging the market. So the French government made a threefold strategy in Vietnam. First one was improving the irrigation network. Second was encouraging landlords. Third was encouraging the market. Here you can see that in Vietnam, their main agricultural product, rice and rubber. So as per the threefold strategy, the French began to start to build canals and draining lands to the Mekong Delta. Do you know Mekong Delta? It was the most fertile delta which was located on the bank of the river Mekong. It was very good for rice cultivation. And also the French government tried to make the forced labor. Forced labor, already we learned that the laborers are doing work with the force. It was also called bonded labor. So the French government, with the help of forced labor or bonded labor, they made a vast cultivation in Mekong Delta of rice and rubber. So because of this threefold strategy, the Vietnam rice production increased a high level. You can see their export increased 2/3. The total rice productions 2/3 they began export to French. Because of this, in 1931, Vietnam became the third largest exporter of rice in the world. Do you understand? Because of the French threefold strategy, and encouraging the cultivation of rice. By 1931, Vietnam became the third largest exporter of rice in the world. Okay, it was happened. So anyway, soon after, they began to develop the infrastructure project in Vietnam. Infrastructure, it is very important for the country. In that, mainly they concentrated roads and railways. Do you know, in India, British also made the same policy. They constructed many roads and railways. For what purpose? For sake of India? No. Here also, French made many roads and railways, not for the sake of Vietnamese, but for the sake of French. Why? Their military garrisons, military garrisons, military truck, want to move to every part of the Vietnam very freely. For this purpose, they need a very good network of roads and railways. British also made the same policy in India. You already learned that. The French colonial role in Vietnam was primarily based on rice cultivation and rubber plantations. These plantations were owned by French and a few Vietnamese elite. Do you know elite? Elite means very rich people. These people, the French and a few Vietnamese elite people, used bonded labor for their rubber plantation. All you know that bonded labor means forced labor. So the French made little effort to make the industrialized economy in Vietnamese. Means the French government did not show interest to make industrialization in Vietnam because they need raw materials for their own industries. So the landowners, the landlords, occupied small peasants' land also. So the small peasants become landless people. Their standard of living declined. This was one of the reasons for the Vietnamese revolution against French. Now we have to see the conditions of the peasants in Vietnam. You know that in Vietnam, the land was entirely controlled by the landlords, wealthy landlords, you can know. These landlords had a good relation with the French colonists. So the Vietnamese peasants became very poor and their debt began to increase in a high level. They had no land. Already I told you, their lands occupied by the landlords with the help of French colonists. They were unable to break free from the interest rate. The tenants or peasants had to pay a high interest rate to landlords, land rents, and also suffocating taxes imposed by landlords. Here you can see the peasants' condition became very miserable because they had no lands, you have to pay high rent, interest rate, and also taxes. So because of this suffocating condition, their standard living again declined. In that survey shows like that in 1930 they made a survey. In that survey showed like this. In Annam, one of the place in Vietnam, 1938 in Annam, 53% of people had no land. 53% of people are landless. Same year in Tonkin, nearly 58% of people was landless. Cochin, China, 79% of people become landless. Here you can see that most of the people in 1938 became landless in Vietnam because of landlords. So there was a huge problem. That was majority of the families from peasants began to face starvation. You know starvation? There were no food for them. This was started from 1930s. Just you can imagine what was the condition of the landless peasants in Vietnam. So, dear children, here you can see the peasants' condition become very miserable. I told you what was the condition of peasants in Vietnam during the French colonial period. And also, the peasants want to pay their rent in two ways. First of all, they want to share their produce and also work on the field at the homes of the landlords. Do you understand? Whatever it is they are cultivating in the land, that's a product. From that product, they have to share a major part to the landlord. That's a rent of the land. And also, they have to pay different kinds of taxes imposed by the landlords. At their convenience of the landlords, they began to impose different taxes. That burden also come to the peasants. They forced to work in the landlord's house as a servant. And do you understand? So they have to do work on their own land as well as landlord's land. They have to pay the rent and want to share the produce to the landlord and want to pay the different taxes imposed by the landlords. So the peasants forced to borrow rice and money from the landlords. That again pushed them to the debt bondage. Dear children, here I am stopping class. You have to continue the CW book. As early as possible, you have to complete the 13th lesson also. Thank you.